What's going on, guys? It's Black Hole Gamers here, and today I will be bringing you a review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable, episode 14. The episode starts off with Koichi, and he runs into Hazamada, who is essentially trying to get an autograph from his favorite mangaka, Rohan Kishibe, or Rohan Sensei, as they call him. Hazamada and Koichi are very huge fans of Rohan, so they decide to go down to his house and get an autograph or a souvenir or something. And once they meet Rohan, he comes off as a bit creepy at first, but essentially has no ill will, has no bad intentions as before we know his personality. So he invites them in for tea or something to show them his studio, seeing as he's just finished up his manga. And they essentially chat for a while. And Rohan decides to leave the room for a while to test them. And they sneak a peek at his manga, and by doing that, they inadvertently fall under the effects of Heaven's Door. Rohan's stand is called Heaven's Door, and it allows him to essentially read you like a book, and he can input commands into you. He can open up any part of your body like an open book and read it right into you. It's very broken, because if any command he writes into you is absolute, you cannot disobey it. If he writes, you must jump back 100 feet, you will jump back 100 feet with no hesitation. And this stand can defy physics and all logic. It's very broken. Even in terms of JoJo logic, it's very broken. But it seems like once he does this, he essentially kind of antagonizes Hazamada and Koichi by reading into their personal thoughts and deepest memories. And he gets to Koichi and he sees that all of their adventures, he's like, oh my gosh, this is really interesting. I think I'm gonna take your memories and write about you. So he decides to essentially start ripping pages out of Koichi's memories, which isn't necessarily good for Koichi's health, seeing as he's already kind of small and is kind of underweight. He wakes up the next morning because Rohan has erased their memories of this event, and he's weighing, I want to say he's lost 20 pounds. He's like, wait, what? Hold on, something's not right. He brushes it off because he doesn't remember. He says, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to school. And it was like he starts walking, and he is subconsciously walking back to Rohan's house, which was kind of weird because he didn't even realize what he was doing. He still walked in, and his body at that point could no longer control what he was doing. He honestly didn't know what he was doing, but he didn't think anything of it. So when he began walking upstairs and he saw Rohan working, he says, okay, this looks like a bad idea, but I guess I gotta keep walking forward. And Rohan has this devilish grin like, I'm going to mind rape you, little boy. Luckily, the homies Josuke and Okuyasu show up and doing their signature poses, which I thought was awesome. They figured something was up, seeing as Koichi normally goes to school without any hitch, without a question. And why is he walking to this weird house? Something's up. So Josuke and Okuyasu are probably going to meet Rohan Kishibe next week, and I wouldn't say a battle, but something fun is going to happen next week. Trust me, it's going to be really good, and it's going to be really exciting. Gonna cut the review short here. Gonna call it a day. Guys, if you like what I had to say, drop me a like. If you want to hear more, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.